Hello students, today we will talk about chapter number 1, matter in our surrounding. So about the matter, our universe is actually made up by the material which scientists name as matter. What is matter? In your previous class you have learned anything which occupies space and having mass is called matter. कोई भी ऐसी चीज जो जगह घेरती है और जिसका मास है वो क्या कहलाएगा? मैटर कहलाएगा. In early Indian philosophers, they have said the universe is made up by the material which they name 5 elements. हिंदी में अगर आप देखेंगे तो इसको कहते हैं पंचतत्व. 5 एलिमेंट पंचतत्व. पंचतत्व से ही एक नाम आया है निकल के, वो है भगवान. अब भगवान में ये सारे 5 तत्व मिल जाएंगे आपको. कैसे? ये देखिए, भूमि, गगन यानी आसमान, वायु यानी हवा, आ से अग्नि और ना से नीर. According to Indian philosopher, the material is made by the 5 elements. They are: Bhumi means the earth, Gagan means the sky, Vayu means the air, the fire, and the water. Whatever living and non-living is present in the universe, in the earth, is made up by 5 elements according to Indian philosopher, and later on Greece philosopher also reached up to the same theory. Now we will discuss about the matter. The matter is made up of 3 basic states. The matter can be classified into 3 basic states, and before we discuss about their state, we will study about their physical nature and characteristics. For that you have to learn only specs. Specs आपको याद रखना है. How it is correlated? See, first point you will learn physical nature of the matter, and second point you will learn what are the characteristics of matter. Physical nature of the matter. The matter is made up by the particle. Matter is made up by the particles. Particles से बना हुआ है जो भी matter है. For example, you take water, you add salt. The salt is equally distributed into the water. यानी क्या हुआ इसका मतलब? सॉल्ट के जो पार्टिकल हैं वाटर के पार्टिकल्स के साथ मिक्स हो गए, होमोजेनियस सॉल्यूशन बना दिया. नेक्स्ट इज particles are very small. They are very small. You cannot see the salt particle dissolve in the water. They are very small, right? Now the next thing is characteristics. There are 3 characteristics. First, the particles of matter. Whenever you start writing characteristic, you will start writing from particles. Particles of matter attracts each other. You see, iron ring. You can see the tap water. Cut the stream of tap water. टैप को ऑन कीजिए, वाटर निकलेगा, उसको आप कट कीजिए, देखिए कि वो वाटर कट हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. After that, you will find when you cut the water, again it will attract. The water molecules attract and again have the shape of the container. Similarly, iron nail is having the fixed shape. You break the iron nail, again you will find there are the particles which are attracted to words. So all the matters, all the particles in the matter, they attract each other. Clear? The next point is continuously moving. The particles of matter are continuously moving. For example, you see scent. You just open the lid of the scent bottle in a corner of a room. After some times you will find the scent is spread all over the room. Why it has happened? Because the scent gas is equally distributed through the room. Similarly, scent अगरबत्ती, कई बार हम कहीं से निकलते हैं, हमें खाने की खुशबू आती है, कहीं अच्छा खाना होता है. How it is? Because the smell is contains specific smell of the food which comes in our nose. Why it is happening? Because the particle of matter continuously moving. Similarly, you might have seen the disprin tablet, when you add into the water, automatically is dispersed and spread all over the water and make a solution. Now, the next point is they have a space. The particles of matter have a space between them. The particles of matter have a space between them. You take a container, right? You add water. In the water, you mark it. Mark the level of the water. Afterward, you add 1 spoon of salt. The level will not be increased. Why? Because the water molecules are having what? Space. Between the molecules of the water, there is space where the salt particles have been fixed. So these are all about the physical nature and the characteristics of the matter. Now we are moving ahead. The physical classification of matter. Matter can be divided into 3 parts: solid, liquid and gases. Already you know. We will learn about the difference, comparison as well as their properties. For that you can simply learn as Lucifer. Lucifer. If you have learned these words, you can elaborate easily. For example, shape and size. You see, shape and size of the solid is fixed. They are having the fixed shape and fixed size. Similarly, here you can see liquid. They don't have fixed shape. They take the shape of the container. Take the shape of container in which they kept. Similarly, gases are also not having the fixed shape. They are not having the fixed shape. No fixed shape. Now the next thing is less space. स्पेस की बात करेंगे, पहले वॉल्यूम की बात कर लेते हैं. वॉल्यूम, solid is having fixed volume, liquid is also having fixed volume, but gases are not having no fixed volume. Randomly they move. नेक्स्ट थिंग कंप्रेसिबिलिटी की बात कर लेते हैं. कंप्रेसिबिलिटी, solid cannot be compressed. No compression. Liquid also not compressed. But gases can be compressed You might have seen LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, CNG, decompressed natural gas. गैस को हम कंप्रेस करके क्या कर सकते हैं, लिक्विफाई कर सकते हैं. फ्लूइडिटी की बात करते हैं. व्हाट इज फ्लूइडिटी? फ्लूइडिटी मीन्स एबिलिटी टू फ्लो. अब इधर देखेंगे, सॉलिड फ्लो कर सकता है? नहीं कर सकता है. लिक्विड फ्लो कर सकता है? एबिलिटी टू फ्लो, यस इट कैन फ्लो. एबिलिटी टू फ्लो. Gases also can flow. Next thing is, what is this? Force of attraction. Force of attraction. Force of attraction is maximum in the case of solid. Here it is less than solid, more than liquid, more than gas. Here least, सबसे कम होगा इसमें, least amongst. फिर आगे चलते हैं. Next point, E for energy. Which energy? Kinetic energy. The solid have least kinetic energy. The liquid have more than solid and less than gas. Gas is having the highest kinetic energy. Next is R. R for rigidity. Rigidity की बात करेंगे. Solids are rigid. They are hard. They are rigid. Liquids are not hard, not rigid. Gases are not hard, not rigid. स्पेस की बात कर रहे हैं हम यहाँ पे. स्पेस L की जगह आप क्या कर लेंगे, S स्पेस. Here it is less space. Because less space there, that is why it is written L. Right, but L is actually for space. Now you can see it is having the less space. The space is more than the solid, but less than space. Very less, least space you can see here. Least, more than solid but less than gas. इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा most space between the particles. So this is what the comparison table. You can go through it, pause the video and note it down the point. Many times in your local exam, in final exam it is asked. Here we have certain kind of exceptions also, like solids are having fixed shape. But in case of rubber you can see, you stretch the rubber, it can change the shape. Why? Still it is a solid, because it can change the shape. When it changes, when the force is applied. Force is applied. But as you release the force, what will happen? The rubber will regain the shape. So shape is definite. Similarly, you see sponge. Sponge is also a solid. Why it is a solid? When you compress the sponge, the air is filled in the sponge. When you compress, the air will come out and it will change the shape. When you release it, again it will regain the shape. Is it clear? Now you can go through the blue questions in the NCERT note textbook and solve the exercise. Thank you.